Hello guys, so today we will learn about glands and hormones. So glands are the organs in the body that produce and release substances, either hormones or other chemicals, to perform specific functions. So there are two types of glands, endocrine glands and exocrine glands. Endocrine glands release hormones. They release hormones directly into the bloodstream and they are ductless glands. And if I talk about exocrine glands, they release enzymes. They secrete their enzymes using a duct, so they have ducts. So the major difference between endocrine and exocrine glands is that endocrine glands release hormones whereas exocrines release enzymes. So now we will talk about some major endocrine glands. First is pituitary gland. It is also known as the master gland, and this gland is located at the base of the brain and it is controlled by hypothalamus gland. Next is hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus gland is a brain gland that regulates hormone release, body temperature, hunger, and even sleep-wake cycles. It is responsible for secretion of hormones, and the pituitary gland releases these hormones into the bloodstream. So guys, if I talk about the discovery of hormones, it was by E.H. Starling, and the first hormone discovered was secretin in 1902. There are two pituitary regions. First is anterior pituitary and second is posterior pituitary. In the anterior pituitary, it produces and secretes a variety of hormones that regulate various physiological processes including growth, metabolism, reproduction, and stress response. The hormones released by anterior pituitary are growth hormones. We also say them somatotropin. Growth hormones release growth hormones in anterior pituitary. Second hormone which was released by anterior pituitary is prolactin. It is involved in the formation of milk. So guys, deficiency of growth hormones leads to dwarfism. Dwarfism is shortness in height due to genetic or medical conditions. And excess of growth hormones cause gigantism, excessive growth and abnormal skeletal development. Whereas if there is growth only on one part of a certain part of our human body, then it is called acromegaly. The second part is posterior pituitary. The posterior pituitary stores and releases hormones produced by the hypothalamus but does not produce hormones itself. So it does not produce hormones itself. Examples of the hormones released by it are ADH, that is antidiuretic hormones, or we can say vasopressin. It regulates the amount of water. Next is hormones which is released by posterior pituitary is oxytocin. It is also called as love hormone. It involves the secretion of milk and stimulates the uterine muscle to contract during labor. So the next gland is pineal gland. This pineal gland is a tiny endocrine gland in the middle of our brain that helps to regulate body's circadian rhythm by secreting the hormone melatonin. So the hormone melatonin is secreted by pineal gland. Melatonin is a hormone secreted by the pineal gland in response to darkness, often called the hormone of darkness. Next gland is thymus gland. It is located in the upper chest, behind the sternum, and in front of the heart. It plays a crucial role in the immune system, especially during childhood. It is responsible for the maturation of T lymphocytes, that is T cells, which are essential for fighting infections. So from this we learn some points like the T cells are essential for fighting infections, and melatonin is a hormone which is secreted by pineal gland. The hormone of darkness is melatonin. So the next gland is thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is a butterfly shaped gland located in the neck. It produces a hormone called thyroxine, which plays a vital role in increasing the body's metabolism. The production of thyroxine requires iodine, a mineral obtained from our diet. A deficiency of iodine can lead to hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism is a condition where the body doesn't produce enough thyroxine hormone. This deficiency may also cause the thyroid gland to enlarge, leading to a condition known as goiter. So an excess production of iodine can result in hyperthyroidism. If the thyroxine is produced in excess amount, then it is called hyperthyroxidism, where the thyroid becomes overactive and produces too much thyroxine. So now the next gland is parathyroid gland. The parathyroid gland are four small glands located behind the thyroid gland in the neck. The main role of the parathyroid glands is to regulate the level of calcium in the blood and bones. They do this by producing a hormone called parathyroid hormone, that is PTH. We should learn a term called diabetes insipidus. It is caused when the body produces too much urine and is not able to retain water. So this condition is called as diabetes insipidus. Next gland is adrenal gland. It is a cap-like structure located above the two kidneys. It releases adrenal hormone, which is also known as flight or fight hormone. It increases the blood pressure, heart rate, and metabolism in response to stress level. Now some major exocrine glands are: first is sweat glands. They release sweat, a secretion, onto the skin surface through ducts. And next is salivary glands. Salivary glands are a type of exocrine glands located in and around the oral cavity. They produce saliva, a fluid essential for digestion, lubrication, and protection of the mouth. Next exocrine gland is liver. The liver is positioned in the upper right portion of the abdomen beneath the diaphragm. It is a large organ responsible for numerous functions including filtering blood, producing bile for digestion, metabolizing proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and storing glycogen and vitamins. Next is stomach. The stomach helps break down food by squeezing in and mixing it with acids and enzymes. There is a hormone named ghrelin. It was released by stomach and stimulates appetite, so it is also known as hunger hormone. The hunger hormone is ghrelin. Now we will talk about heterocrine glands. Heterocrine glands are the glands that functions as endocrine as well as exocrine glands. Example is pancreas. Pancreas releases both hormones and enzymes, thus acting as a mixed gland. It is the second largest gland of our body. The hormones released by pancreas are isolates of Langerhans. These are the cells scattered throughout the pancreas. Two types of cells are present: alpha cells and beta cells. Alpha cells produces glucagon, which converts glycogen to glucose through glycogenolysis. Next is beta cells, which produces insulin, which converts glucose to glycogen through glycogenesis. There is a disease named diabetes mellitus, which is caused when not enough insulin is produced in our body. Next hormones are gonads. They are the primary reproductive organs. Gonads include testes and ovary. Testes in male that releases testosterone hormone. Ovary in female that releases estrogen, which are responsible for female characteristics, and progesterone, which supports menstruation and maintains pregnancy.